For me, I had a really bad experience with some people. They kind of push me down, say that I'm not good. I was in a really bad spot. But then I networking. I met my friends over the Twitter, and they become my best friend. And every time when I'm so down, say that I'm not good enough, they will say, no, Sandy, you are good. Remember that you are very good. So it's like you having all your friends cheer you up.
Networking is one of the most important things you can do in your career. And this is true for women and men and anyone. Of the more that you can find people to give you diverse perspectives, to give you feedback, to tell you about opportunities that maybe you wouldn't have found out about otherwise, it can completely change the way your career develops over time.
I would say that it's so easy as a woman, and I see so many other women doing this, that they feel like they have to have the entire plan completely ready, everything completely tested. They've thought about it from every single angle, and you don't have to work that hard. Yes, obviously, bring your authentic self, work hard, be approachable, but just show up and just get started.
I was picked, I got trained, I worked hard, and just working hard and being really interested in what you're learning. I was always interested in everything new. So I just think that being willing to learn new things has really helped me in technology.
I'm really excited to hear all these amazing stories from these amazing women in tech. It's such an important topic, such important learnings, and I want to continue this discussion, and with no other than one of my favorite people from Microsoft, Sangeetha.
Thank you.
Yay! So you and I had this discussion before, right? And we went pretty deep, both on camera and off camera. So let's start with you. Is there a story you want to tell?
I'll share my story. When I started in Microsoft fresh out of college, I was this very introverted, sit at your desk engineer, and we had offices during that time, right? So I really knew like 4 people, best case. I'd come, hold myself in the office, and there were times where you would stay late nights, and this was like, pre-knowing anybody here in the United States days. But over time, a few things that I've realized. One is I actually enjoy not just staying in office and doing things, but as I got exposed to more and more things, I realized that being around and talking about things that you do, it's not just about you, it brings in a lot of other people into. So it was initially challenging for me, but I had a good support system. I had a lot of mentors who helped me see that getting to the next stage or bringing broader impact, right? We could continue to do the same thing for a long time.
Yeah.
But I really loved leaving a place better than where I came in.
Yes.
That's been one of the things. So for me to do it, continuing to just do the same thing, then just didn't give me the kick I wanted. And this helped, having few mentors who helped me get past some of my initial reservations, helping me to connect with more people.
Right.
That opened up a lot more. And then when I opened up a little bit more connecting with people, some of my natural strengths came through and people started noticing it, and I started noticing too.
Oh, nice.
If you would ask me 20 years ago what I would have done 20 years from there, I would have told you I wanted to be in a path which was more technical, very deep, architect, still being myself behind the desk, sitting behind the computer. But I am a complete 360 from that person, because I learned a lot about myself when I exposed myself to other things. I really enjoy being around people. I enjoy making a difference to people, connecting the dots more than just doing it myself. And I think I'm better at that than probably sitting behind a desk, which I would never have known if not for one, being open to experiment, which took me a while. And then as part of the experiment, to also letting others showcase my own strengths to myself and others.
And you probably had, you talked about mentors and all that stuff, but you probably had that one person that kind of opened the door for you, like gave you that opportunity that you wouldn't be, moving up as, to a point, because that happened to me as well, right? I used to work in the food industry, the hotel industry, a long time ago. I didn't have as much confidence as well in myself to get to the next higher position or whatever, right? And I had this one guy, and he opened the door for me, and he said, "You know what? You're management material. I'm gonna make you a manager." And I'm like, "What?" So when that happened to me, I just kept looking for the next challenge. Was like, no, I need to go high.
Yeah.
So I think you have a similar experience like that.
Yeah.
And also I think you were a coder, and now look at where you are, right? So as you moved up in positions and stuff like that, that I think opened up more exposure.
Yes, totally.
Right?
And
So you're dealing with
opened up
more
more
people.
avenues for me to think about too.
Yeah.
Like coming to this conference, for
Yes.
example, right? Even though I was a manager and I did things, it was more again where I had broader scope and I was working on more things. But coming to the conference or getting exposed to talking to customers was another avenue that got exposed to me that
Exactly.
I had to stretch myself a little to try it out, right?
Yes.
Everything's an experiment. I was very nervous about my first customer first
Yes.
conversation, right? Or super nervous about getting on stage the first ever time. I still am
know.
very nervous
You
every
did
time.
great, though.
Thank you. But I think every time I do it, the confidence level goes up.
Increases, yes.
And the next time I don't think so much before saying yes.
Yes. And it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay. But at the end of the day, you have a good support mechanism, right?
100%.
That's the key right there.
100%.
Allies.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
what can our industry do to help more women? Diversity, whether it's events or whether it's, job applications and things like that. What's your advice for that?
I have thoughts. I have thoughts for two different groups. Right. First is for the women themselves.
Yeah.
Is many times I think we hold ourselves back.
Yes.
I did it a lot for myself, which
Right.
is, oh, I'm not ready for it. And we wait to be perfect before we even ask for something.
Right.
We wait, even if something comes our way, we think until we 100% sure that is us before we say yes to it. It's unnecessary. There's a lot that goes into doing things on the job and learning on the job, and we usually we limit ourselves a lot. So my big thing that made a difference for me is just to say yes. If you feel you're there halfway through, I think that's good enough. I feel like that's helped me. Even now I stretch myself to doing that. For the allies, the group that's around us, look out for the women, right? They don't know their strengths, they don't appreciate their strengths, or they're holding themselves back.
Yeah.
Bring them along or showcase those
Absolutely.
opportunities to them.
Yes. So, final thoughts. What's the takeaway for people?
Call to action, ask for what you want. Don't hold yourself back, and leverage the community. The community is here to help. It takes a village, and that village is here. Reach out to me for anything that I could do to support it.
Excellent.
LinkedIn, Twitter, X. But reach out to me.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sangi. You've
Thanks,
been
Arjun.
amazing.
Thank you
I
very much
love
for
you.
having me. Thank you. Yes.
My advice for women in tech is trust yourself. Don't put yourself down. Always believe that you are as good as everyone, and you are actually even better. Trust that.
You don't have to be perfect. Stop holding yourself to an unrealistic standard of, I must meet all of the job requirements to apply to that job. I must be perfect every single day to deserve the promotion, to be where I'm at, to ask to go higher. That's not possible. It's realistic, and none of the men are holding themselves to that same standard. So tell yourself that you are doing good enough, that you do deserve the promotion, that you should apply to the job, and allow others to shut you down. Don't shut yourself down.
I would say just do it. Do it scared. You don't need to be prepared. Things don't need to be perfect. I've had a lot of men tell me that to just apply anyway, even if you have 50% of the qualifications, because men usually have even less than that, and to just do it.
Find something that you're really interested in, that clicks with you. Be open to learning new things and trying things out. You can start entry level and take classes while you're doing entry level work to get promoted to do more and more advanced level jobs, and never stop learning.
My advice would be to women, go into an area that is emerging at a fast pace. Some of the areas that are emerging extremely fast is data and AI. I would also say be a role model. You can't see it, you can't be it. I would also say find power in others, in the community, in the men that support us, as well as, read stories, find your power through other outlets.
Being a woman in tech is not easy, never easy. We have children and we might have our personal times, and we won't have so much time to focusing in the tech, and tech moving so fast, and we have to learn and study really often. But just remember, you are good. Just really remember that you are good as you are, and don't put yourself down.